I had to be careful. The electricity was going haywire in some places.
Wow. Okay, das fängt ja noch einigermaßen harmlos an, aber ich glaube, gleich wird es viel, viel schlimmer. Ja, es wird viel schlimmer. Ah. Oh. Zack. Da kann man sehen, was ich ausprobiere. Und zwar alle Tasten, dass ich irgendwie jetzt runterfalle. Aber ich könnte auch so machen einfach. Und so wäre es eigentlich richtig rum. Da bin ich mal gespannt, was jetzt noch alles kommt. Okay, es klappt doch.
How long had I
Okay.
been asleep? Months? Years? I was so confused. Where had everybody gone?
Nichts zu den Rapture. Das habe ich noch nicht gespielt. Okay, es ist ein ganz komplexes Komplexitätsniveau und ich gehe mal draußen.
I was slightly scared. This was the first time I had been outside on my own. I knew what I had to do. This had to be my purpose. I would clean a million things, so I could become a real boy. Whatever that meant.
So, ich mache einfach. Ein Fernseher. Okay, das könnte zu Verwirrung führen gleich.
The gate was locked. I would need a key to open it.
Der ist aber nicht hier. Okay, bei dem Gitter komme ich nicht hoch. Was ist hier drin?
I was surprised to see an old man, but not as surprised as he was. It turned out he was blind. He was kneeling on the floor with his hand in a drain. When I asked him what he was doing, he said his cat had crawled into the pipes, and he was trying to get her out.
Okay.
He was very happy when I offered to help. He said there was no way we could reach her from here, so if I was willing, I could make my way through the sewers and get her from the other end. He said he would turn off the water for as long as possible, but I would have to run, as the pipes would soon fill up again. I happily agreed. So he gave me a key. He said this will open all the sewer gates. Go through here, then down the ladder, and through the big door at the bottom.
Okay, mach ich. Nachdem ich kurz den Müll aufgesammelt habe. Nice Saxophon. Okay, ich wollte in die... Wieso hast du hier einen Zugang zu den Kanalisationen?
I better run.
Ups. War das schon fast durch? Oh. Oh, scheiße. Ich kann da aber auch nicht links lang, okay. Wir warten mal kurz auf das Wasser und dann gehen wir durch. Ja, ich flitze. Yay, andere Seite erreicht. $5.000 Stück Müll gesammelt. Das ist richtig. Okay, ich nehme erstmal den Müll mit. Ich flippe durch irgendwann.
I found the old man's cat.
Ja,
She was
wunderbar.
fine, if a little confused. I was horrified. It looked like me, but it shambled around like something from the film we watched on Halloween.
Zombie. Danke. Zombies. Oh, er macht gerade was zu essen.
The man
Wasser
was
heiß.
happy to have his cat back. He looked so content with her sat on his lap. I told him about the thing I saw, but he just laughed and said, "Those bastard robots, they're always getting up through the pipes. Don't
Aha.
worry though, it'll never get through the big doors. If I had my way, we'd have blown up the lot of them when we had the chance."
Okay.
I wasn't sure what he meant, but I decided now wouldn't be the best time to tell him I was a robot. The man laughed and said, "Don't worry, I know who you are," and told me that he knew the old man.
Ja. Und Jazz bitte.
As we chatted, the man brewed himself some tea. He said that he had worked for the old man. In fact, he had lost his sight in one of the old man's factories. Strangely, he smiled at this thought. "He always did me right," he said. "When I had my accident, the old man said he would look after me. And he did. He always made sure I had enough money, and he let me move into this old pumping station on his land. Which reminds me, I have something here for you." He rummaged around behind a cupboard. Then he continued saying, "The old man wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but fate wouldn't allow it. He passed me a large box. It was empty. I thought about pretending to be excited, but the man said, "Wait a minute, it's empty, isn't it?" He slumped back in his chair. "I was robbed a few months ago," he said, almost in a whisper. "It's strange, they took practically anything metal, but left loads of food and a brand new saxophone." The man looked sad, so I thought I would try to change the subject. I told him about my quest to clean a million things. This at least made him smile. He said I was welcome to go back through the pipes anytime I wanted, as there were loads of old things in there that could be cleaned away.
Mein Keller. Das ist was Cooles. Ich bin übrigens fernsehgeschädigt und denke bei dieser Melodie an einen Werbespot für eine Versicherung. Auch wenn ich nicht weiß, welche. Aber hey, ich kann jetzt in die Sewers. Dann gucke ich nochmal hier rein. Oh, ja, ich kann ja rumlaufen. Ups. Ich kann die nicht deaktivieren oder so, ne? So schlimm ist das gar nicht. Mit dem Gewackeln. Ich habe ein anderes Spiel gespielt. Wie hieß das noch? Yet Moves. Das basiert darauf, dass man den Raum drehen kann. So, Müll hier aufräumen. Wie mein Keller, bloß nicht so leer. Gut, ich tue mal jetzt nicht so, als hätte ich ein Auto in meinem Keller gehabt. Ups. Wie basierend hier drauf? Wow. Wo immer ich gerade hinfalle. Ah. Das ist sehr interessant. Das ist der Nachteil von solchen Schuhen. Kann ich die Leiter hoch? Passt. Und da falle ich bestimmt in dieselbe Richtung, oder? Na, 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 na. Okay, die Musik ist gut. Na, 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 na. Wait, 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 wait. Dann laufe ich mal weiter in die linke Richtung und werde nicht so viel springen. Ihr bremst, wir brauchen Hilfe.
The screaming was coming from one of the bedrooms, but the stairs were blocked by a wall of fire.
The roof is on fire. Eigentlich schade, dass hier keiner ist.
people screaming turned out to be a man, a woman, and their children.
Ja.
They were confused and terrified. At first the man looked like he was ready to fight me, but after I convinced them that I was there to help, he calmed down. There was no way I could carry them all at once, so the children went first.
Okay.
I dropped the children off at the front door and promised them that I would be back with their parents.
Aber ich hab gelogen. Ja, nicht drin. Ich habe da gerade eine Tür gesehen. Küche, Badezimmer. Hätte ich da vorher nachgucken können? Ja. Und nicht jetzt, wo es irgendwie losgeht. Ach ja. Ich die Physik schon wieder vergessen habe.
Much worse. So the woman went next.
Okay. Whoops. Und für den Vater habe ich dann keine Zeit mehr, richtig?
When we got to the front door, all the woman said was, "Thank you. Please hurry."
Ja, ich mache. Und nenn mich nicht Harry. Der kommt hier durch jetzt durch. Oh ja.
By the time I managed to get back, the man was unconscious. I had to pick him up quickly, as I could tell the house was going to collapse at any moment.
Wahrscheinlich, ja. Ja. Okay, warum auch immer er gerade gestreikt hat. Ich kann nicht mal springen mit ihm. Oh Gott, er ist so schwer. Yep. Ich schaff das noch. Ich habe ja ein Respawn-Chip. Okay, da kann ich nicht rüberspringen. Ich kann aber auch nicht irgendwie cheaten, deswegen ich gehe durch die Tür durch. Und alles stürzt ein und nur der Roboter überlebt, ja? Jetzt. Heldenhafter Auftritt. Ja. Horace, das Spiel von 505
I
Games
helped
und
the family set up a tent, so they had somewhere to stay. The kids were excited as they got to camp outside, but I
Helman.
think they knew they had just lost their home. When I mentioned my quest to clean a million things, the man said I should look through the rubble of the house, as they had no use for it. So, when everyone was making dinner, I looked through the wreckage. There wasn't anything I could clean, but to my astonishment, I found a TV set and a games console. With a bit of fiddling I was able to get them to work. So I sat playing games with the kids until their parents said it was bedtime. As we talked, the man opened a bottle of wine. I asked what had happened, why was everything so ruined? The man looked at the woman, then the woman sighed and said, "There was a war." Yes, A war, said the man. One side of the planet attacked the other, and before we knew, it was all over. Everything gone. Everything destroyed.
Okay. Auf
Well,
einfach.
it's late, said the woman. We should really get some sleep. Help yourself to anything you need, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ja, bis morgen.
In the morning, I asked the man if he knew what had caused the fire that had destroyed their house. The man smiled. Crap old house, bad wiring, constant electrical surges from the unreliable power plant. Take your pick. He said if we had the money, we'd move to the mainland. But we can barely feed ourselves, let alone buy a new house, so for now we're left here with the rest of the scum. But he did say I should head to the mainland, as there would be plenty there for me to clean, and a better quality of rubbish. The man said, before the war, my lovely wife used to be a fisherman. Fisherwoman? Fishing person? I used to catch fish, interrupted the woman, and, seeing as you saved us all from the fiery end, maybe you would like to borrow my boat to get to the mainland. I was a little scared, but then they gave me some captain software and I was an old salty sea dog within minutes.
Warum hat die eine Diskette, die auch noch kompatibel ist? Ich gehe jetzt hier nochmal gucken. Warum ist hier ein Raumschiffteil? Und warum kann ich das Wasser hier bestimmt ablassen? Und hier nicht Sewers. Zeug aufräumen. Danke für die Treppe, aber ich habe Schuhe. Allen Müll aufräumen. Okay, ich wollte gerade sagen, das dauert ein bisschen zu lange. Schade. Hoffentlich kommen die niemals an diese Schuhe. Ah, über den kriege ich das auf, okay. Ich jetzt. Okay, so komme ich auch zurück. Wir gucken nochmal oben. Selbst wenn, käme ich da nicht rüber, glaube ich. In meinem jetzigen Zustand. So, außerdem wollte ich da oben hoch. Was haben die denn hier gebaut? Er Müllkombo. Und da komme ich nicht rein. Patti. Und da kann ich noch hochkommen, oder? Ja, kann ich. anders als erwartet. Ich bin auf der Spitze der Welt. Und hier kann ich natürlich auch nochmal so hochkommen. Und dann all den Müll aufsammeln, den man mir hinterlassen hat. Ich komme mir vor wie dieser eine Zeichentrick-Dude. Ja, Zeichentrick-Dude ist falsch gesagt. Okay, das war's aber erstmal für mich hier auf dieser Insel. Da kann ich nicht rein.